Hey guys, what's up? It's Derek again. We are here with Howard Jefferson. How are you doing, sir? He's part of the National Board of Directors with the NAACP. So how's the convention been going so far?
It's going great. We have agendas to deal with health, with injustice that's going on with education. We're here to do more than have banquets and lunch. We have other responsibilities here. So we're for real. We're concerned about what's going on in Washington. We're concerned about the voter ID. We're concerned about a whole lot of things. This organization is here to put together strategies and plans to help this country better and to help those that are underprivileged, underserved, and all the above to have a better life in these United States.
Definitely, that's a good goal to have, I think. So you've been having guests come in. There's gonna be different guests coming through.
Yes, we have people to come in to, to motivate you, but that ain't where the work take place. It's a thing that they come in, let them know who is with us, to pull us together, to meet people and whatnot. But the real work going in behind these closed doors we got here, where we're putting in strategies, where we're targeting issues, where we know where issues are not right, where we know where issues are good, and trying to keep those that's good, and move those that are bad out.
Definitely.
There. So that's the way we're operating here in Houston. This is the third one we've had in the last maybe 15 years here. They love coming back to Houston. We treat them right there. And we have an excellent leadership there with Ben Jealous and Rosenbrock at the top of the ladder there. They are fighting for those who can't fight for themselves and for the middle class people who need to move their life better. That's what this organization is about. Not just black, not just brown, but all people we're trying to work for. And we have important people on this board. We have people in high positions on this board. And those that are not on the board, we have high people coming here because they want to be associated with us, because we're a pillar of power 103 years.
I see that. Congratulations on the anniversary. Now you mentioned that the NAACP, that you guys care about what's going on in Washington. And like I said, we have guests coming down here. We also saw this morning that there was a resolution passed to support the guest from this morning, Attorney General Eric Holder.
Right.
How has that kind of been going with bringing him as a guest, who's a pillar of the community? We want people of color, and you said all races, to look up to people such as him, and then he kind of hasn't been embroiled in some controversy going on. How is the NAACP's? I see that you guys are standing with him, but how's it going with that so far?
We don't want the political agenda to take place over what is right. And that's what's going on with this voter ID thing. You can know the people and that kind of thing, but what you see and people hear, what's wrong with having an ID card? Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's so many other phalanges to that. If you live in Florida and you're a student here at the university in Houston with your ID, your license, you can't go and vote. You gotta catch a plane and go to Florida and vote for these kind of rules that they kind of put in. The rules that are being advocated are not rules to do things right and make them better. They're done political to get certain sectors elected.
So do you think that the recent scandals with Eric Holder, the Operation Fast and Furious, is a distraction from the voter ID issue?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a distraction, but we will not be distracted enough that we're not going to get out there and do the work. I mean, this is a Passover.
That's what some would like.
That's what they would like. As a matter of fact, when it come time for election, this is going to be done blown over. People will be hollering about this Eric Holder. People are tired of it, don't want to hear it. They want to hear about jobs. They want to hear about justice. They want to hear about the health program. They ain't going to be studying about you doing this. That's not going to carry. But the opposition will perpetuate that strongly. And when you are kind of behind in the deal, that's what they do. And that's what you got. And I don't blame them. I'd do what I could do if we had some people trying to get elected there. But don't do what is wrong. Don't politicize something because you want to undo what is right.
So do you think that's what's taking place? You know, since Operation Fast and Furious has taken place, we have the death of Brian Terry, who is a Border Patrol agent. He is so far the only confirmed American who can be directly connected to Operation Fast and Furious, walking guns across the border. And we know at least this much, that at one point Eric Holder gave an interview in front of Congress saying he did not know about this until a few days ago. Shortly after that, an email came out which he spoke on, and they asked him, hey, in this email you say, you know, this is dated a few weeks back. Obviously you're either lying or you misspoke. And do you think he should be held accountable for that? You know, you say it'll be blown over by the election season, because obviously there are a lot of important things, jobs, rights, there's a lot of things happening. So this is just one issue. But do you think
accountable
that he should be held accountable?
I mean, the question is, what do you propose to do about that? What the other things that he had done to try to protect the border, try to protect these other things? I don't know how that happened. I don't know whether all that is true, or what they bought in, or was it taken out of context what he said? You know, I don't know.
I guess we're going to find out in the court trial. None of us know for sure now. No. I'm saying in the instance that, say, maybe he will be exonerated, and the whole thing, like you said, was political nonsense. Or maybe, in fact, he did know something and wasn't able to do. Who knows the situation? You know, we're not in somebody else's shoes. But in the instance, like you said, we have Eric Holder did all these positive things that we can talk about, and those, nobody can take those away. But should he still be held accountable for if his lying in Operation Fast?
Well, that's not my responsibility to talk about how he should be held accountable.
Do you think
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Eric Holder, even if they find out that he might have made a misjudgment or something wrong? He done a lot of other good things. So if they find out something, say, well, we proving this, proving that, that don't make no difference. The good outweigh the bad, and I ain't saying nothing about it. And this organization just passed a resolution that we're supporting it, and I'm on the board of this organization, and I stand behind that resolution, and I don't care what they say.
Awesome. Thank you for it.
All right, young man.